was saying that the people who've had control of it through this period were going to be removed from it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think it's important to stress that we humans working through human bodies are not the only level. Just as the Illuminati in human form, apparently human form, are not the only level of the conspiracy, neither are we the only level of the solution, the answer. There's lots of other stuff going on. I mean, 21 years ago, who was that told me all that stuff? And the fact that there was going to be a spiritual revolution in my lifetime. There was going to be a massive expansion of consciousness and an enormous change in the world. And we were going to realize what had been going on. Well, who was telling me that 2 decades ago?
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, all these synchronistic things in my life come in and put this information before me. That's not just sitting on its backside. That's part of a greater disembodied level of awareness, as well as probably extraterrestrial, as we would call them, that is also in this process of sorting this out. Like I say, you know, what's happening in the banking system is very, very important to people's everyday lives in this reality. But my goodness me, it's a dot in the ocean compared to what's actually going on.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility to act. That's what's happened in Libya over the course of these last 6 weeks.
Before us, the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So we'd like you to keep your promise.
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
You've had plenty of time already.
Yeah. Do not arouse the wrath of the great and powerful Oz. I said come back tomorrow.
If you were really great and powerful, you'd keep your promises.
Do you presume to criticize the great Oz? You ungrateful creatures think yourselves lucky that I'm giving you audience tomorrow instead of 20 years from now.
Oh.
The great Oz has spoken.
Oh.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The great Oz has spoken.
Who are you?
Oh, I am the great and powerful Wizard of Oz.
Well, I can only say what I feel, Jordan. Their energetic preeminence through this period is now having the rug pulled from under them, because we're going into a new energetic epoch. And these are very low vibrational entities. You know, they're very clever, but they have no wisdom. They have no wisdom, otherwise they wouldn't do what they do. But they're very, very clever. And cleverness without wisdom is the most destructive force you can come across, which is why they're very, very destructive. So they have been clever, and they've used technology and stuff. Which, you know, you can get very advanced technology in these intellectual states. But the intellectual state is a very low level of awareness, and as we're moving into this new energetic epoch, their ability to dominate as they have, that rug is being pulled from under them. But like I say, in this changeover, that tussle you're talking about between those reptilian entities and those which are seeking to remove their control of humanity all this time, they are together in what we call a battle. But what I'm saying is the outcome's a done deal.
That I understand, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you will agree that there is, in point of fact, some kind of a war going
Completely.
on.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. What I'm saying is that war battle is an expression of the consciousness epoch that is manifests itself as these control freaks, reptilian entities, and the consciousness change that's coming, this epoch energetic change that's coming, that it manifests as those that do not want to control.
Yeah.
And at the moment, because we're on the cusp, we've got this battle at that level. And it manifests down into the human experience as the Illuminati families, representatives of this reptilian control system, and those who are representative of the epoch energetic change. That is, if you like, I don't want to battle with anyone. I don't want to fight anyone. What you fight, you become. But using the terms that you are and the themes that you're using, that battle here is manifesting as a battle here, but the energetic change will eventually wash away that which are manifestations of the old energetic blueprint. And that's why our kids and grandkids are not going to live in a fascist global state. Although for a few years it is going to look like that, because we're at the cusp, and the control system is going to be kicking and spitting and trying to impose itself for the next few years. But sorry guys, have a cup of tea, forget it. Open your bloody minds, stop trying to control, because there's nothing to worry about, because you're infinite consciousness anyway, and just get on the airbed and flow with a bloody new energy. Stop fighting. Don't be silly, you know. I don't fear these entities. I feel for them. I mean, imagine waking up in the morning and realizing that they're still them. Terrified of everything, terrified of their food source, terrified of their resource source, all dependent on humans staying asleep. And we ain't staying asleep. Vast numbers aren't anyway. And so they're going to wake up even more fearful with every passing week that their food source and their control system and their means is more and more under threat from an awakening humanity. I mean, rather you than me, guys, you know. Come and join us. Let's have a beer. Stop being silly. That's what I say.